All right, brother. It's a blessing to have you, to know you, to be you.
Did
a pleasure to be me.
Did this just turn into a
What
wedding?
just happened?
Yeah.
Yes, to have and to hold, through richer and poorer.
Jeff took us to a weird
it's so
place.
good to hold you, Mitch.
Good jokes and bad.
Yes, more bad than good, but thanks for enduring. Hello, BeatiDudes, worldwide, universal. We're getting out there on the airwaves and the interwebs. My name is Paul Kolker, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Jeff Scheffelbein.
Hey, bud. It's Jeff.
And Nick Besner.
Hey, Jeff. It's Bud.
And we are the BeatiDudes, a podcast for Christian men seeking to grow in holiness as they walk arm in arm with each other on the road to eternity, growing together, taking the faith seriously, but not ourselves. We are back with Mitch Boersma. I stumbled over the name there. Sorry, Mitch Boersma. And he is sharing, he shared a lot on the Monday episode. So if you missed that, please go back and watch it because we talked all about the Leonine Forum and the great work he's doing with infusing Catholic life into work life and helping people be salt and light in that way. But we're going to find out a little bit more about the man himself, about his family, find out about the man behind the Leonine Forum. So welcome
know
back.
None of this. This is going to be fresh content for all of us.
Yes.
Fresh content. So we've got my wife, Rosie, we've got 5 kids, 6 in the chamber. Is that what we decided with Peter? 6th in the chamber on the way.
Number 6
Number
is in the chamber.
Number 6 is in the
Not
chamber.
6 in the chamber.
Not 6 in the chamber. Yeah,
Yeah,
6
so-
tuplets. Yeah, it's your average.
About to have a full 11 at home.
No, yeah. So we've got young kid. We've got a 9, 7, 5, 3, 1, and then our 6th on the way. Guys, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for me, but mostly for my wife.
Good thing you said that.
Exactly, because I mean, you just marry well, but it is. I've been promised that at some point this is going to become emotionally demanding, but right now it is physically demanding. Just every day, getting these kids where they need to go, and we love them so much. And it is a real testament to married life that we go through good days and hard days, but you just are doing this thing together. It's a real commitment to family life, but like I said, marrying up.
There you go.
All those soccer two-a-days from your college
That's
playing
right.
days are paying off now.
I know, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about with a family perspective from a Catholic perspective and the power of God's grace is that our oldest, his name is Augustine, and we knew from the very beginning that if we had a boy, we were going to name him Gus, like that's what we wanted, and he has turned out to be like such a Augustine, right? Like a total fruit snatcher, a total troublemaker. He's just like such an Augustine in terms of the namesake. And then with our second, I don't know if you guys find out if like when you're having a boy or a girl, like if you find out in advance,
I do
or
not.
we don't either. And Rosie, I don't have any skin in the game, but that's the way we've done it up till now. So we were sure the second was going to be a girl, and he came out, was not a girl, and we had no name picked out. I mean, we hadn't really had the conversation, but we were so confident it was going to be a girl, and then it turns out
why is that?
I don't know. It was just
Yeah.
maybe it was just a lazy reason not to talk about it,
Yeah,
right?
called
But,
tails and it was heads.
That's right. But it turns out they will not let you leave the hospital until you name
must
that
name
baby.
that baby.
You must do it. And so we spent, till the last thing we did was settle on a name and walk out the door, and we named him Jerome. So if you know your theology, our Gus and our Jerry fight quite a bit. But he's also turned out to be such a, like St. Jerome, like he's a little curmudgeonly. He's stuck in his ways. He's
Translating the entire Bible.
He's translating the
into
entire
Latin.
Bible in his basement, yes. But just the power that, like, we didn't know what these kids were going to be like, but God did in advance. So we had great plans for one and on a name, and the other one didn't. But boy, does God work in funny ways like that, you know?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
Your
incredible.
Jerome already has the theology degree you never got.
I know, exactly.
All right, 2 boys to start off with.
2 boys, then 2 girls, then a boy, and a to be determined.
When is that going to happen?
November. So she's due in November, and I don't know what it's been like with you guys. My girls are way more firecrackers than the boys are in terms of
We have 2 girls,
Okay.
4 and 2, and
Yep.
my wife's pregnant with a third.
Okay.
due
She's
in
got
December.
3 in the chamber.
3 in the chamber.
Third
Third in the chamber.
She's not pregnant with triplets. Let's be very clear. Not.
He's like, I have too much family listening to this.
And are they similar? Are they different?
I mean, just opposites.
Yeah.
Just like Holly is so much like Briley. Hannah is so much like me.
I mean, the second kid was
Light hair, dark hair, like extrovert, introvert. all
totally
of it.
different.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, the second kid was such a relief to know that I wasn't screwing things up with the first. It has come out like with different pre-wired hardware.
Yeah,
it has
that's
come out
right.
different, and
That's
so
right.
it was a relief to know that I can work with what I got there on that, and with God's grace to raise these kids.
You know, on the first show, you talked about being in the Denver area around, you know, all the amazing just resurgence of the faith thanks to JP2's World Youth Day and the visit. What are you, and what that did to form you? You called yourself a well-formed Catholic kid. What are you doing to carry that forward for your kids? Like, what does it look like to try to bring formation in the home?
Yeah, it's a thought every day, a challenge every day as far as how can we create the sort of environment that they can thrive in. And at this age, it's pretty simple. Our oldest is 9, and it's about trying to learn some of those basic prayers and learn some of the habits and routine of Catholic life. But it's not easy with all of the technology, and sometimes you need a break, and so you park your kid in front of something. But to really try to find those ways to give them the sort of community, and that's one thing that's great also about where I am in Northern Virginia. There's a really vibrant Catholic community of people committed to trying to raise their kids in a serious Catholic way. So a big part of it is choosing who you hang out with, who your friends, who your kids hang out with, so that they're receiving a similar sort of environment everywhere they go.
Homeschool, Catholic school.
Old school, small classical Catholic schools. Our oldest Gus just hit 3rd grade. He's at an all-boys school called The Heights out there, which runs from 3rd grade all the way through 12th grade. A really wonderful school that we're happy to have him at. But again, people who are committed to living and building faithful Catholic families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a theme, right? We've a few different guests now. We've just kind of repeatedly seen this like intentionality toward these decisions, right? Whether it's homeschool, whether it's classical Catholic education, right? I think if you're like not thinking enough about it, you're missing it, right?
That's right.
Like it's such an important formation and period of your kids' lives. Like you got to be intentional, and you got to say, look, we're the parents, this is the plan we want. Like if you're not doing that, I think you're making a mistake.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that whole part about even like the community group around, the friends around. You know, my daughters are at that vacation Bible school at St. Anne, the best church in Capel. And some of those kids are new to them, and none of those kids are perfect, but it's a friend group we want them to cultivate.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
Man, I got a kid story for you that I haven't even told this to these guys yet, but it is bananas. Nick might have heard it. I go to the emergency room a lot, Paul.
What?
Frequent
Well,
flyer.
not for you.
No,
You
never.
get one of those punch cards after like the 9th visit.
He's
Well,
got a reserved
sorry.
parking space. Yeah.
Just you wait till you hear this
Oh
one.
no.
Visitor of the month, like employee of the month, customer of the month.
So
Yeah.
Pax was on like day 7 of an over 102 degree fever. I mean, it just wouldn't go away. Like nightmares all night, all that stuff, right? I mean, it was bad. So finally, after 2 of those urgent care visits, they're like, take him to the emergency room. You just got to get the rest of this checked out. So my daughter goes with me, and he's about to be 7. I get him in there, and he's like, are they going to stick me? Are they going to poke me? And I'm like, yes, they are. It's going to hurt. Like, this is going to happen. You're dehydrated. It's going to be bad. I like to prep my kids.
Just
honestly.
get him ready.
Here it comes.
So he is just screaming, and they get the IV wrong, of course, and they have to redo it. And as dad, before they say a word, I slip in the bed behind him. I put him in a leg lock. Then I put him in a chokehold and this thing where I can wrap his head away from looking. And then in my other arm, I straighten my arm out to where his arm's perfectly straight and it's IV ready. Like, I'm very good at this, okay? So they
Repetition.
They go and get this other, like, head nurse that you can tell knows what she's doing. And she walks in and she goes, all right, what are we doing here? And she starts to stick the needle in. And he's going, stop. He's yelling. And I have him, and she makes eye contact with me. She goes, you look familiar. And I go, yep. And she goes, I go, we did this before. And she goes, yeah, we did, didn't we? And I said, yeah, it just wasn't this kid. And he's still screaming. And she goes, how's the other one doing? I'm like, He's all right. And I said, we've actually done it more than once. She goes, I thought so. And she didn't recognize me until she saw me in the
Your headlock position.
yeah, the IV headlock. Like, oh, I know this dad. He's really good at something. So
Physically demanding.
Yeah.
Physically
Yeah.
demanding.
Not quite to the emotionally demanding stages.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna put one of those sensors on our car where like the gates don't come up when I pull up to certain hospitals. Like,
I just heard a talk recently. A lady who had written a book on large families, and she's like, "Yeah, it seems like once you get to like 4, it's just like becomes easier." What I'm hearing from you two is no, it's not actually gonna get easier.
At some point, I mean, our oldest is just about there to like be able to be helpful.
Be
but
helpful,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm sure it's coming.
I actually tell people that all the time, and I mostly believe what I'm saying, but you have to say it because actually once you're in this club of like 7 kids, you have to say it like it's totally true.
Oh yeah, it just got so much easier.
Guys, I don't know if you've ever taken a peek at my life, but it's super simple.
Not even remotely chaotic.
Paul the other day was like, I'm going shopping. Anything? I was like, yeah, Topo Chico. And he's like, really? And I was like, sure. I would love some. And like he comes by with Topo Chico. While we're talking, there's like animals crawling on both of us.
Yes.
Awesome.
I mean, to be clear, they were his children, and your dog did show up.
there's also an animal.
Yeah, there was a dog.
Oh, goodness.
Awesome.
What do you do? Do you let, what is like a hobby or a pastime or a way that you spend time with your kids? Like you're going to go like enjoy family time with the kids.
Yeah, the big thing we do is we go down to Lake Anna, which is about 90 miles south of D.C., and we boat and teaching the kids how to wakeboard, and the boys love to fish, so that is a
What's
great way
the
to like
temperature?
escape. It's warm. Yeah, in Virginia, it's I mean, in the summer, it's not Texas warm, but the water's 80 degrees. It's just fine. It's great.
Man, being in Texas for this long, would you
Yeah.
get in 80-degree water and be like, this is good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, I
no,
don't.
I
I'm
think
like,
so.
I
No.
need like 89, 91.
Oh,
this lake, it's got a private side and a public side because it's built on a nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
The private side gets up to in the winter, like or in the summer, like 102, 103
Oh, yeah,
degrees.
power
That's your
plant
side.
lakes,
You're,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like to
You're
kind
a
of.
private side guy.
If
I see. It's like the
It cools it. It cools it and kicks it out, and then it's
So it's like
literally,
really warm,
literally 100
really
degrees.
warm
Yes,
water
in
coming
the summer.
out.
Yeah.
Wow, fascinating.
Yeah, it can get
That's
kind of
not
gross.
pleasant. Yeah.
But you know, I have wetsuits that I would sunbathe in.
We do know that.
Wait, don't wetsuits cover your entire body?
Generally.
Okay.
You see me having any
Except for
skin
when
cancer?
except for when Dave Palmer's on the air at
Yeah.
6 in the morning.
That's it.
Even then, I never got sunburned.
I know.
I'm the best at sunbathing. Okay, I'm back to you, Mitch. Mitch, your family listens to this episode now or in the future. What do you want them to know about your passion, love, concern? Like, give a fatherly message for us. What a setup! Like,
Oh, geez, Louise.
come on, Daddy
Come on,
Daddy
Jeff.
loves
The-
you.
the-
is what I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
hear.
The daddy look like I am trying not to screw this up as much as I probably
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
But we're trying, and that we love you guys deeply. I mean, that we just are. This is the first time everything we do is the first time we've done it, and so we're trying to figure it out and build the right people around us to do it. But with God's grace and love, I mean, we think we're doing it for them. We that's what we're trying to do. So we love them deeply.
All right, and Paul, any good dad jokes? You seem to have a treasure trove of jokes ready to go at any time. You're not really a stand-up comedian, so this isn't fair.
Just right there in the back pocket, just waiting to get
Somebody's
Well,
got to have one.
No, I've got a
Okay,
dad
here we
joke.
go.
Okay. So lettuce and tomato were in a race.
Okay.
And lettuce was ahead, so tomato had to catch up.
Nice.
I like
There
it.
you go. That's a dad joke.
Yeah, no, it is.
It is technically a dad joke.
Technically qualifies.
Sure.
Thanks for the
I was
condescension.
trying to think of one. That's why I said it like that. But my memory span is short.
Okay.
All right, friends. I looked at my watch.
Yeah.
Mitch, let's go back to this real quick. If anybody wants to check out the Leonine Forum, they go to,
LeonineForum.org.
and if they want to check out the Catholic Information Center of DC, they go to.
That one is CICDC.org.
Awesome. And Mitch, we're going to see a lot of you in Dallas because we're going to get a Leonine Forum up and going here, and hopefully you'll come and be a part of it sometimes.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I'll be here a lot, especially in that first year, so I'll be around Quite a bit.
When
Looking
the
forward to
new
it.
baby comes, will you call into the BeatiDudes live show in November and let us know how it turned out?
100%. Absolutely.
Can we name the baby?
Yes. We're not good at it, apparently. We wait till the end, so we are taking names. Yes,
suggestions.
yes.
Chrysogonus, but call him Chris.
Ooh. We named our 5th Quentin. We just named him 5.
There you go.
Just got easy. We thought it was going to name him 5, so we didn't have a Sixtus, and here he comes. So,
As long as you don't have a Sixtus the Fifth. That's the confusing part.
yeah,
Yeah.
Boney Boney. That's a good one.
That'd be Boniface.
Boniface.
I like it.
Also, Sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious.
Sa.
My middle name is
Sacri.
Creligious.
Sacrilegious.
Oh, my goodness.
I love it.
That's awesome.
All right, brother. It's a blessing to have you, to know you, to be you.
Did this
It's a pleasure to be
hold
me.
you.
did this just turn into a
What
wedding?
just happened?
Yeah.
Yes, to
Jeff
have and
took
to hold through richer and poorer.
Jeff took us to a weird
it's so
place.
good to hold you, Mitch.
Good jokes and bad.
Yes, more bad than good, but thanks for enduring. Jeff just he freaked himself out over there, so I think
Just
he's on the
wedding.
fritz. So I think I'm closing
Yep.
out this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Again, remember, check out everything Mitch Boersma's got going because it's all good stuff. CICDC.org is one of them to go to. Check that out. What was the other one? Leonine?
LeonineForum.org.
.org. All right.
Paul, don't forget TheBeatidudes.com.
That's the BeatiDudes.com.
Got it.
Thanks
I think you
for
got it.
spelling that one out for us, Jeff. All
You
right.
didn't missay it. You
Yes.
just spelled it.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in. We'll see all of y'all out on these wonderful websites. And for the rest of you, we will
See you in the Eucharist.
God bless.
Jeff is on the fritz.
Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to join us at our undersized table, subscribe to the video version of the show on YouTube by typing @ that's the symbol @ so shift and 2 on your keyboard, @ the _ BeatiDudes on YouTube. We'll see you there.